Hello, I'm John Estrem, CEO of Hammer Residences. And I come to you today to talk to you about where we find ourselves as Hammer during this COVID-19 crisis. I want to begin this video by first of all saying thank you. Saying thank you to our employees, saying thank you to the families and guardians of those we support, saying thank you to our many friends, donors, and community partners throughout this area who make it possible for us to continue to do this work in any circumstance, but especially during this unprecedented times. Most of you know that Hammer has been around nearly 100 years. During that time, we have weathered a lot of unique challenges, a lot of changes in society's expectations and in the desires of the people we support. I dare say this may be the most unique of the challenges we have faced. But we are practiced in our history and in today at staying really focused on what is important, and we continue to do that. The people we support are the most important part of Hammer Residences, and all of us here are committed to staying focused on their needs and on their quality of life. We are fortunate that we took the early warning indications that this could happen really quite seriously. A number of weeks ago, we began to plan for the possibility of this pandemic happening and affecting us in our service delivery. We began to plan around procedures, around processes, to gather equipment and supplies that we thought we might need. That has put us a step ahead of many others. We have now emergency protocols, we have processes and procedures, and we have some of the supplies that we need even for the fairly long term during this epidemic. We've been staying in touch with the state and national leaders in our field, with the Center for Disease Control, with the Minnesota Department of Health, and with other providers and state associations and advocacy groups to continue to learn from one another, to know what are the best practices, to ensure that we are able to provide the service that we want to provide during the time of this crisis. It's true that we don't know what the future is. It's true that we don't know how long this is going to last, but we are prepared for no matter where it takes us. We have an incredibly dedicated and experienced staff. And we are used to working in teams together with one another, ensuring that service delivery, even in challenging times, continues to happen. We're not going anywhere. And yeah, while I can't promise that service won't look different during this time, it already does look different. We will continue to stay focused on that, which is most important: the people we support and their individual lives. We are following every guideline from the state of Minnesota, from the Department of Human Services, and as I said, from the CDC and the Minnesota Department of Health. I've had contact from a lot of our friends and family members wondering, how can I help? Well, I think the first thing to say is, if you have opportunity to be in contact with one of our staff, or you know how to do that through handwritten or email communication, I invite you to thank our staff. They're doing amazing work, way above and beyond what anyone could expect. And so a thank you goes a long way to helping them during this time. The other reality is we are asking people to consider giving a financial donation to Hammer. This has already begun to impact us, and while there certainly is talk about large federal and state packages to help organizations like us, and that may happen, we also know that those wheels turn relatively slowly. Cash flow is not a problem at Hammer, but it could be over time. And so we're doing everything in our power to boost her up and to make sure that we're able to continue to operate even if things happen to get worse. We will continue to communicate with you. We have been communicating directly with guardians and asking them to pass it on to other family and friends who might want to know. If you are a family or friend of someone we support and you're not getting that information, I invite you to contact the guardian for the person and ask them to forward any communication from us. We continue to use other channels like this video to communicate with our family and friends. I also invite you, if you have an idea or concern, to reach out to me. The easiest way is to simply email me. My email is simple. It's John, John, @hammer.org. Send me an email at any time. I will respond as soon as I am able. You certainly can call my office number, but quite frankly, I'm not there very much, and when I am, I'm usually engaged in something else. But if you leave me a voicemail, that does get converted to email and get sent to me almost instantaneously. I want to again close this video how I started it, by thanking you and by ensuring you that we are doing all that we can, and we will continue to do so. Supporting people with disabilities is our life and our passion, and we're fortunate to have that opportunity. Thank you for your support, thank you for your encouragement, and thank you for your patience in this time. We will get through this together, I promise.